Intro got a little long. That's a pretty good song. We're working with some new music provider. We're doing some new things. We're trying some new stuff. Bear with us. There's definitely going to be some growing pains here. Welcome to Tech Tuesday. My name is Jordana Brewster, and let's get it into it. So today we're going to put in a command button to call the user form that we were working with last week. Let me see if I can't turn this down just a smidge. Yeah, it's pretty tough. Alright, so we're going to put in a command button to call our user form so that we can enter some data. First things first, I should have done this before the screen oh, I did it. Alright. Should have showed you that. Alright. So, let's go to our developer tab. Let's go to our insert box here, and let's select a ActiveX control command button. Now it gives us this little plus sign on our mouse pointer. We can draw a button in. Just like that. Nice and big. Move it up here in the middle-ish. Let's right-click on it. Go to Properties. So this is Command Button 2. That's the name. We're going to change the name to CMD Enter. That sounds fine. CMD Enter. We're going to change the caption to New Entry. We're going to change the font. We're going to blow that up so that somebody using this on a tablet, Surface, somebody using this as the push button can see it, or somebody watching a YouTube video can read it. Alright, so there's our new entry. That's a little bit of formatting, done and done. Not too fancy. You can do all kinds of stuff in formatting with colors and position and center text, and yeah, the sky's the limit there. So now that we've got our button up here and it has a name and it has a caption, we're going to right click it again. This time we're going to go to View Code. That's going to automatically take us right into the VBA code for private sub, which is a macro, for the CMD Enter button that we just created, and the action of click. So when we click it, it's going to do whatever code we write down here. And we're just going to get a little lazy and copy some code that we've already made, because you guys don't want to hear all about what that code does. And some of you don't. Some of you do. If you want to know what it means to dim a worksheet and set a worksheet and dim a table as a list object, get a hold of me. I can definitely talk about this for days. The important thing is it's doing a bunch of junk, and in here we've got an if statement. If the first column of our record is blank, show the user form. Else, meaning if it is not blank, table list rows add 1. So all this stuff that we did up here defining everything, all that did is allowed us to write TBL in our code, and Excel would know when we say TBL, what we're talking about is this table right here. And the reason that we did that is if you want to delete all these old entries out and start with a fresh new table, it's going to force you to have one blank table in there, because you can't have a table with only headers. Your table has to have at least one row of data, even if it's blank. So now that it's blank, it's going to call our user form. Otherwise, if this had an entry in it, and we'll show that to you, it's going to add a row in position 1, which is the top row. Then it's going to show our user form. Then it's going to end our if statement. Then it's going to end our macro. So if you didn't want to know what the code does, you do now. I told you. I get a little rambly. If you don't like it, this is not the channel for you. So we got our code in there. Pop our new entry. What's it do? Bam. Location 5. Type C. Data 3200. Submit. What did that do? All right. It filled in our blank row. Now our top row is not blank, so the code that we wrote But we can't go over to the record and prove it to you, but the code that we have. You know what? We can close this. And since it wasn't blank, it added a row. And then it would have filled out the data. Now I do think it might have added another row. Location 4, type A, data 2100. Submit. Oh, it didn't even add a duplicate row. So the row that it got added, we closed that user form out. That blank row was still in there. So when we opened our user form back up, it recognized the top row, filled it out. 6.5 minute video. There you go. Command button to call up your user form. You can call up a user form in a lot of ways, but that's one way if you're building an app. If you're building a user interface for clients to interact with and fill out data, command button's a great way to do it. Alright, I'm out of here. I got things to do. I gotta go grab a tuna sandwich. I'll check you guys next week. Thanks for watching.